Relationship actually do you have with the angels?
Our relationship with the angels is that we both exist in essentially the same area, and we both know that each other exists, and they outnumber us about 90 to 1, and we get along okay with them. I mean, those guys are guys that we all know. We've known them for years, and we don't have any fight with them, but we do know that they are Hell's Angels, and that they're capable of doing a lot of pretty amazing things, and we just stay out of their way.
Have you actually asked them to safeguard or even do any bodyguard work
Well, at
for
times they've found themselves in that position. We don't have to ask them to do that, but like when we did the be-in the park back in, I forget when, 66, I guess, 67 or 66, the Angels were at that scene strictly just to be there, just Hell's Angels being there, and it seemed like it would be a good thing to be at music and all. And they've sort of found themselves in a position of taking care of lost kids, watching the stage, that kind of thing, They just started doing it. Nobody asked them to do
What about
it.
the relationship with people like the Minutemen or the Weathermen?
Well, the Weathermen are a campus phenomena. They don't really stretch out into our aspect of society. Is not a college trip, and it's not. We're part of a whole huge community of head adults. If there's any label, that's who we are. There's a lot of us, and we've been doing what we've been doing for a long time. Movie makers, musicians, painters, craftsmen of every sort. People doing all kinds of things, and that's like what we do. That's what we do. That's the way we live our life.
To your knowledge, when the about 500 students came down from Vancouver and raided Washington, came right down as far as Eureka in California. What was the situation? There's a pretty heavy scene in British Columbia, isn't there, at the moment?
Haven't been there for about a year, so I don't really know. But I do know that none of that, any waves from that didn't come down as far as where we are in California, Marin County. Like whatever they did probably was, I don't know. I don't really know anything about that.
What's the situation in the California groups at the moment? With people like the Airplane, I mean, are they splitting?
No, everybody's still playing together. The Airplane have gone through a few changes. They have a new drummer now.
Yeah, Danny Covington.
No, Joey Covington. That's
Covington.
The name, right.
And Grace Slick was rumored to be leaving as well.
No. I see the way the Airplane do what they do is that they work for like 3 months and then they don't do anything for a year. They just goof for a year. And that's kind of like, that's what they do. That's the way they do it. That's the way that's most comfortable to them, I guess, But they're still playing. The Airplane have a spin-off group called Hot Tuna. Have you heard about Hot Tuna?
I've heard of them,
Right. Well, that's kind of like what the musicians in the Airplane are doing.
Yeah, I still also in a sort of embryonic stage, though. They're still working it out.
Yeah, sure. But see, that's the fun of it, really. I mean, of playing.
Have you tried this at all?
Sure, we have we have a couple of spin-off groups. Sometimes myself and Phil and the two drummers play together in a group called Mickey Hart and the Heartbeats. And I also have another band called the New Riders of the Purple Sage that I don't play guitar in. I play pedal steel in. And I don't sing or anything. I just play pedal steel. And it's like some other friends of ours from around the Bay Area. In fact, we just played the Fillmore East and really had a great time, well received.
What's the relationship with Zappa?
I don't even know Frank, really. I went to one of his recording studios, one of his recording sessions once, but he's got his own scene completely, and he's not from San Francisco or anything, he's from Los Angeles, and that's where he works generally, or New York.
Do you regard him as sort of a pioneer of any West Coast scene that was ever happening or is happening now?
I would regard him as a kind of a pioneer in music, but not as a pioneer of a scene.